Welcome back to the weekly download. Today we're talking about helmets, registered predators, gas prices, and fruit versus dementia. Sit back and let the download commence. Belize is finally cracking down on fake motorcycle helmets because apparently some people out here treat road safety like it's a fashion category. The government just launched a new helmet standards program after motorcycle deaths surged across the country, with head injuries leading the way. And honestly, if your helmet bends easier than your situationship, that is not protective gear. Officials say too many riders are using bicycle helmets, half helmets, or what basically amounts to a hard plastic prayer. So now they're training police and transport officers to enforce proper standards because the goal is simple. Your helmet should protect your head, not just hold in your edge up while you speed down the highway. Belize might finally be getting a public sex offender registry, and honestly, some people in this country are about to realize community member and community threat are not so far apart. Cabinet has officially backed the proposal with Prime Minister John Briceño, saying the time has come for more public accountability and protection for children. And I couldn't applaud him more. Let's just hope we get the list before we get GTA 6. Here's a not so fun fact. Apparently, we've had a registry already. It just wasn't public. The idea is that families would know if there's a convicted predator living in their area, adding another layer of protection for our children and communities. And listen, if your biggest fear about a public registry is people finding out, then maybe the issue is not the registry, babes. Because me personally, I think they should wear a collar or something with a bell so kids can run away when they come around. Like the ice cream truck, but the opposite. So the big ticket item this month is definitely about just how expensive life to get. Even if you now drive, you might notice your nail lady is charging a little extra, gotcha at $2 each, and your weekly trim they start looking monthly-ish. But that when my silk purse have to do with gas price. Well, the reality is that gas prices are never just about gas prices. Economists have long argued that fuel acts as a foundational cost in the economy because transportation affects almost everything we consume, from groceries to electricity to business operations. Research published in Energy Economics found that increase in retail food prices create broad inflationary effects that are often more persistent in developing economies. And that's exactly why people feel fuel increase with your wallet and in your chest. You may not notice inflation in your wholesale logistics, but you absolutely notice it when the number on the pump suddenly looks like half your daily wage. What's also interesting is the geography of it all. In Belize, where you live increasingly shapes how hard inflation hits you. If you're down south, chances are you're paying more because distance from supply chains matters. Studies on gasoline markets showed that fuel prices naturally vary based on transportation costs, competition, and location. Meanwhile, people in border towns like Curacao or Benque can often offset those costs by crossing the borders for cheaper fuel, by being closer to some contraband, imports. But the deeper issue is behavioral. Research on gasoline demand consistently show consumers begin adjusting behavior during prolonged price increases, whether through reduced travel, walking more, changing purchasing habits, or becoming more intentional with spending. So, besties, let me say this because I care. This is the beginning. It may be nerve-wracking, but it's so important for you to stay informed and monitor the governance inside this country and outside. Because fuel prices don't just reveal what things cost, they reveal how vulnerable our systems really are. It's your job to question and push for resolution, but also make some tough financial choices in your daily life. So besties, tell me, how you to deal with the rising cost of life? So apparently, your brain has been watching your diet this whole time. And yes, it's judging you quietly, like the one auntie when you pop up at the barbecue eating a tank top and pom pom shots. The new research published in Neurology shows that eating more high quality plant foods like fruits, veggies, nuts, and whole grains can lower dementia risk, even if you start later in life. But not all plant based diets are created equal because fries, white bread, and sugary juice might be plants, but they're giving more confused brain than sharp memory. So I'm not saying your orange juice and Florida tacos with no vegetables bad. I'm just saying maybe buy one banana too. Be intentional about getting your local fruits and veggies into your diet that are rich in nutrients. Okay, besties, dígame. Are we thriving in this economy or just the play survival? Comment one thing in Belize that has gotten so expensive you had to recalculate your whole life decisions. I don't start cook and walk more when I see me skinny soon. And if this episode had you laughing, crying, or aggressively nodding like man, that's true, then share it with your group chat immediately because suffering loves company. That's it for today, besties. Stay safe out there and remember to eat your veggies. Download complete.